get a course today on solar panel, how to install your solar cell. So the first step, you need to know how to climb on your zinc. So you are climbing on where the plank, where you got your plank. See where the full nails there, you climb on it. Yes, so let's proceed. We're in a locality in Jan division. Here there's no light, so we're trying to install solar panel here. I'm going to show you the advantages of you installing or putting your solar panel on the zinc. So one of the disadvantages of you putting your panel on the zinc like this, like you can see, the client who install it without schooling it on the zinc, or without drilling it on the zinc, is very wrong. Because let's say your village people, maybe breeze can pass and send, like, push out the solar cell from the zinc. That is one disadvantage. Another disadvantage is that the most the highest disadvantage here is that we don't have ventilation. We don't have, please, you can bring the camera. We don't have ventilation. That is, air does not pass between the zinc and the solar panel. And when it happens like that, the solar panel, the heat is on the solar panel. So it makes the solar panel to have a shorter lifespan, instead for the solar panel to have a longer lifespan. So what we have to do is, we need to drill aluminum. We need to use aluminum profile to do this, or we use locally in the village, we can use our plank to do that. So I'll be showing you how to do it. You can. So I don't have aluminum profile here to do that, but I'm going to use my plank to do that, because we're in the village, we're not in the town that we get aluminum profile to do that. So now this plank, normally we are supposed to nail this plank on the zinc, and we'll put the plank under the solar panel. I don't know if the camera can see it there. It needs to have, this is a spacing. This spacing up prevent, it helps for ventilation, so air passes through the zinc and cool the solar panel. But without this spacing, the solar panel will be too hot, and it burns the cell of the solar panel, which is very wrong, and the lifespan will not be too long. So that is what I'm trying to do here. We are done connecting the solar panel. I didn't have time to show you people. So we connected it in parallel, but you can connect it either in series or in parallel. You just need to know the disadvantages of you connecting it in series or in parallel. But I'll just give you, we did that in physics under circuit, electric circuit. So the disadvantages of you connecting this in series is that if the first cell is bad, the current is not going to, the circuit is going to be open at that time, because the first cell is bad. So your battery will not you will not charge your battery. But if you connect it in parallel, in parallel, if the first cell is bad, the loop is still closed. Yes, because the first cell is going to charge the batteries, while the second cell is not going to charge, or the second cell is going to charge the battery, while the first cell is not going to charge. That is how it is. So we connected this in parallel, because maybe in the long run we will not be there, and the whole system will be down, because it will not be charging. So we connected it in parallel, but you can do your own connection in series. Now with it, you see, we don't have aluminum profile here. So here we use a traditional way here to do that. So I already told you how to connect it in series and in parallel. So that is how you do. And we're going out to the inverter to connect the inverter. So stay tuned.